Welcome to the Mulligan Menace. Today we are playing some Teamer Omniscience. This is going to be a little bit different video. We're going to try to do minimal cuts here. I'm just going to be attacking the ladder, and what happens with the games is what you're going to see. The whole idea of this deck, if you're not familiar with it, is you're trying to cheat in Omniscience and then basically have two Regents in hand and a Terror of the Peaks on the battlefield, and that allows you to loop the Regents, doing constant damage combo there to kill the opponent. Obviously, you're going to use Kona to get the Omniscience into play. You're going to be using a lot of draw spells to try to find the things you have for the dragons that you're looking for. And the big card is Rolling Dragonstorm. You want to have that in play because with the loop of this, allows you to draw through your deck. So even if you don't have Terror of the Peaks, if you have two of these and a Rolling Dragonstorm, you're going to be able to find it because you can search through your entire deck by doing it that way. So let's get into the gameplay of this deck. Actually, first, I'm going to point out I'm currently Diamond Tier 4 constructed and have 2 wins. So let's see where we are at the end of the session. You'll have to let me know how you guys like the unedited video like this. I haven't done an unedited video before. I know some people like them, some people don't, because you have both wins, losses. You kind of get what you get, even bad games, anything. Okay, opponent goes first on this one. We do have Konas. We have a little protection. Cavern is nice to be able to get the Kona down. Some draw spells. We have our tap. We'll keep this. We'll play our tap land first. We have another counter spell. So, playing a Druneth deck. We do get our Omniscience, which is excellent. Obviously, we're trying to find some more card draw. Stock up will do that for us. We are going to counter this. We don't even need to show anything. We can't anyways, but... he still got her. Made a mistake. I guess did matter. Not a whole lot we could do. Because he would have had 3 copies otherwise. We got rid of 1 copy. So they're going to kill us pretty quickly here, but 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. We can take that next turn. So I'm going to go for the stock up here. And we're going to want... That is pretty nice. We don't have any draw spells. I would be going for the draw, but we can get a counter spell and one of the dragons. So we can get Kona down and tapped. The question is, are they going to leave a counter open for Omniscience? Okay, they get a duplicate there. They have another cast? They do. Ooh, this is a lot of damage. Okay, so we're dead next turn. That helps. We still might falter here. We'll do the beast. Done. We're going to get that out. We're relying a lot on that consult the charts to try to find some draw. Station. Kona. Get the Omniscience. Now this is all free. We're not going to cast this yet. I think the first thing we do is Salt the stars. Stock up. We'd love to grab 2 of these, but we can't. Rolling Dragonstorm would have been awesome because we could have teared from the peaks to get it back. But stock up is going to be the pick here. Oh man, and we died out here. I wonder what the draw is here. I mean, I could grab Lost in the Maze. Doesn't seem great. I think we'll do that because we want to get additional land. Just grab that. Well, at least what we can do is we can cast... we'll get that into... Oh, actually... Oh, we don't have any additional land, unfortunately. We can tap things down with that, which is nice. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got to get rid of 2 creatures. It's 3 creatures, technically. I don't think we're going to get there. Well, I guess we can kill Drunith. We'll have 2 blockers. Oh, he gets extra counters, so that kind of makes it. Okay. We can counter spells, which is nice. Are we gonna get one more turn out of this? We could block, block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I don't care about that. Are they gonna attack in? Oh, shoot. Forgot about those. Okay. We need them to not get a counter. Ah, he found it. Alright. That's what we get. Because we can block a 3 here, we can block a 3 here, 6 still gets in. GG. All right. I feel like if we hit just a little bit better on the draw spell, we could have got there. Quite a bit of draw spells here. Okay, we'll take the free win. Get back into another one. I do really like this deck. I think it's situated fairly well, especially with the counter spells and everything. You can kind of get rid of the stuff for the early game, and then you can just throw this down. You have ways to protect it by giving it hexproof with Lost to the Maze. Protect Kona, that is. We will take this one. Need one more land to get the stock up to really get going. Okay, they're going to be pretty fast here, I think. Okay. Stock up. Kind of want to save my bounce off just in case, because we need to find draws and we can bounce draw spells. We have the Omniscience Kona. We're going to stock up next turn, followed up by the Kona. We're going to take a minimum of 4 damage probably next turn. Unless they use mana from the elf. Don't have any counter spells. And another one. Okay, they are blue-green. We'll take 4. This is 4, 7, 8 damage next turn. I think I'm okay with that. Not great. I mean, we got the Cavern, which is nice. We can get a backup Kona. We gotta discard, though. I guess it's the Kona. Oh, sorry, he was tossed. So we're only going to take 5 damage from current creatures, depending on what they got to cast. Do they have like an Ouroborite? Which I'm okay with. Okay, they don't. Okay, this goes away next turn. Okay, they don't have a counter spell. So we are free to go off with what we got here. Might as well cast that. Beast. Done. Or lay the Cavern. Kona. We should be okay with all the stuff we got going on here. Get our Omniscience into play. Let's do a stock up to start out, looking for card draw. We do not have card draw. Counter spell. Another Kona, maybe? Let's do... So we can do this, then a bounce off, and then draw 3 cards. Because if we don't hit on those 3 cards, we're going to be in trouble next turn. So let's do... Let's get this into play. We'll bounce those 2 creatures. They can draw another card. I'm okay with this. This gives us another turn as well. We might as well just drop this as well. We're going to bounce this back. All right, we're hinged on this draw. Well, that is unfortunate. Let's discard that. We do have 2 counter spells, so we're fine for the turn. We're going to keep this tapped because it's going to stay around because it can't be targeted. We have plenty of counter spells, so we're good for another turn or 2. Okay, I don't care about the elf. Do I care about this? We'll get rid of that. It's going to take 2 counter spells, unfortunately. That into play. Let's attack. Still have this counter spell available to us. Wants the mana. put that into play. Call a dragon. Okay. We'll attack into that. The issue is if he has like a... Ooh. Oh, I should have countered that. Oh well. Dragon's Form is excellent. See if we can get going with that. I think we can discard this. Playing this will bring the Dragonstorm back, and we can bounce his creatures, slowing him down even more. We can even attack in if that's the case. Yep. Just need to find our draw spells. Decline. Let's station. Just so he has hexproof on their turn. We did not find any of the draw spells. Does have Death Touch. That's unfortunate. I think I attack in and I cast another Kona. I mean, he's going to cast this next turn. He can block the Regent. Maybe I just attack with the Kona. See him block the Seeker. And they got a ton of mana. And still have 10 mana available. 3 times as much. 15 mana available. Well, that's big. We're going to cast that. We will try to draw. Let's see if they have counter. We have the Detect Intrusion just in case. All right. That's what we need here. We do have a bounce off as well as a Rolling Dragonstorm. We can cast the Rolling Dragonstorm. Okay, they're holding up counter, I think. We can bounce off our Regent and then recast it. Getting both Rolling Dragonstorms back to our hand. I think we can go off now. I mean, they still have a bunch of mana, but they can only cast one counter spell before they lose it to the end of phase. the extra mana. Oh, that was very good. All right, sorry about that. My son was at the door. We got to discard a card. Let's discard man. Kind of like a Dragonstorm. Stock up is probably right. Because I get to view more cards, so we'll do that. Cast the stock up. We can grab a Regent and another stock up, maybe? I guess this looks at more cards. We can cast the Regent. Okay, we got the combo here. The only thing they can do is counter. I guess they can double counter spell something critical. We'll do that one, and we will do that one. So we're kind of wanting to find another counter spell here. We'll get Rolling Dragonstorm. We'll discard a land. Dragonstorm. Okay, we got to discard. I mean, we got our combo pieces. We're just trying to find counter spells at this point. That's another one. Getting rid of Virtue as Strength is going to be big here because they can only have a single counter spell now. That kind of protected our combo. Get rid of that. Rolling Dragonstorm. We don't need another Omniscience. We don't need another Lost in the Maze, we'll say. Let's do the... This is probably what he's waiting for to counter. Okay, well, the fact that he didn't counter that. All right, good game. All right, we're up to 3. Let's go back in. All right, we go first on this one. We have 2 lands. We do have a tap land for this. We do have a counter and a stock up. We'll keep it. Omniscience as well. This is actually a pretty good hand. We have the way to tap Kona. The only thing we're missing is like a Cavern of Souls and making sure that we draw into land. All right, we will counter anything we can in this situation. Green, white, blue. Okay, let that go. And I counter that one. Well, we found our land for a stock up, which is great. Rolling Dragon Storm, and man, I would love the Cavern of Souls. I think I need to grab a land, actually. I think stock up is actually probably more important than the Dragon Storm. No, we'll try to go off next turn, I guess. Look at all that land they got. 6 land. We want them to tap their breeding pool. Perfect. Alright, we should be in pretty good shape here now. As long as the stock up hits, has some good hits, we should be okay, but we need card draw. Right, they're tapped out. Let's do this with Beast. We'll get this down. We'll trigger this. Tap the Kona. Drop in Omniscience. We can now cast Stock Up. And we got Consult the Stars, but that's probably the weakest. All right, they give up. Climbing up. All right, we go first. We have our tap land. We're good with the lands. Dragon Storm is some draw. We do have the Exile or Exhale for countering. Let's keep it. We can keep up the Exhale next turn. Ooh, we got 2 of them. I think we can play this a little slower. Yeah, bat. Let's just counter that. Stock up is nice. We'll do that again. Rather burn the those spells than for what we're looking for. Let's grab. Ooh. I love more land, though. We don't have a Kona yet, either. I'm almost wondering if the land is the draw here. Yeah, 2 draw spells I think is pretty strong. They're going to make us discard 1, though. Let's do that. Slasher. Let's do this to try to draw a land. Oh, we found some land. Discard a card. Let's discard Cavern of Souls. Get this out. We can bounce that next turn if we wanted to. I think I'd rather get this down. Oh, I just forgot. They can drop the bloodletter. That was a bad mistake. Yeah, I erred on that one. I should have just bounced or saved the bounce here. Okay, he didn't have it, thank God. That could have been fatal error on this game. I'm gonna pay 2 life here because I want to do 2 things, and we're gonna try to meringue and bounce off. Looks like they're kind of stuck on 3 land. Kind of expecting them to recast it. We got the Omniscience. Actually, I don't want the tap land. Well, we found the Kona. Drop that. We can do a beast. Station the Kona. Get the Omniscience out. Get the Rolling Dragonstorm out. Discard a card. Probably the land. Stock up was awesome. We'll get this down. We'll get the Dragonstorms back. I think we got her. Just need to find our second Regent, and we're good. All right, we go first here. We have our tap land, 2 land. We do have counter. Got the Omniscience. We don't have any draw. I don't like that. So let's mulligan, see if we can get something better. This is definitely better because we have the Kona in hand. And we do have counters as well. We'll keep this. We'll pitch one of the counters. Tap landed first. This can come in untapped so we can counter something if we need to. Ooh, we're playing on a clock here, I think. Oh, nice. I think we get Lost in the Maze as well if they don't do much, but I'm expecting them to have a 2-drop. They don't. I guess we just dropped Lost in the Maze. Cavern of Souls is really good. Breeding Pool, we need to get... I guess it doesn't matter if we have the Cavern. Get that down. Need to find our Omniscience, and then card draw. That's fine. It's more a repeated creature that I'm more worried about. Like that. Rolling Dragonstorm. I am not going to do Kona yet. Still don't really want to do it. They have a swamp on here, which is interesting. Just need something like a regent or something to start the chain going. I can tap down their creatures. All right. We can start this. They can't go after it. Hexproof. I can draw 3 cards, or I can cast that. Bounce this. Yeah, I think it's 3 cards. Discard a card. Probably another Lost in the Maze. That's that. We're going to save this so that we can do a full. Okay. Yeah, they could have the deck where they kill us if we're at 10. Okay, they didn't do it. My turn. Okay, this should help us. Got 1 Regent and a stock up. There's a drag or a rolling. Let's do that. See what we can find on the stock up. Another stock up and a regent. All right. Stock up. All right. Good game. Ranked up. We're now Diamond Tier 3. What do we get here? Yeah, we're just unlocking commons for rewards now. Fear of Infinity. Okay, Omniscience, Cavern of Souls. This is not that bad of a hand, I guess. We need land. Consult might get used early. We're looking for Kona and draw spells and land. We don't even have counter early. Let's mulligan this. Okay. I'm feeling better about this one. We'll keep this. I think we toss one land. We should be able to get there in time. Because we're hoping to hit something with this. Yeah, we got our 4th land, so we're all good with that. P9 Courier. We could even take an extra turn if this is just a straight up creature deck with Lost in the Maze. Tapping down some creatures. Harsa. Okay, that's 6 damage. They're not fooling around. So maybe stock up is actually the play. Because that's 6 damage this turn. If they cast another lightsaber, that could be 9 more damage next turn. And then we're kind of forced to go off. So let's stock up, I think. We don't even have to take damage this way, which is nice. I mean, they could have a combination of cards. Ooh, we found the Omniscience and Consult. Or do we want Dragonstorm? I think we want Consult, don't we? I guess this gives us 2 cards. Consult allows us to dig 2 deeper. I guess Consult might have been the play. Okay. Do 6 damage here. They're leaving mana up, which makes me a little nervous. Do have a Dragonstorm, which we drew. Or that's from that last turn, but we drew the Exhale. Let's drop, and so they can kill us if we don't find anything off of this Dragonstorm. Otherwise, we can go into their turn tapped. I think we have to go for it. Just need to get a little lucky here on the next 2 cards. They have enough to kill us on board. They probably have Burn in hand. Okay, are we going to win or lose here? I should say win. Are we going to lose or continue on? Discard a card. Discard that. I definitely made a... Well, I guess I didn't make a mistake, but we didn't have Lost of Maze in play, so they could have killed the Kona there. So it was a bit risky. Let's tear from the peaks. And we got multiple counter spells. Cast this again. Oh, that's pretty good. Discard a card. I'm thinking Lost in the Maze might be the one. Actually, if we're continuing to go off, let's just do that. Rolling Dragon Storm. We can now bounce the Terror of the Peaks if we want to. We're trying to find our Regent. Nope. Okay. Discard a card. We'll discard a land. Do another one. Okay, so we got quite a bit of card draw here now. We're going to be in pretty good shape, I think. There it is. All right. We can now cast... Oh, we got to discard. We don't care about that one now. We can now cast this one. We do the damage. We'll just do the damage right here. We can bounce that one and that one. We'll get our Rolling Dragon Storms back. Yeah, I mean, that's fine, whatever. They're tapped out. Now we don't have to worry about their instance. Pitch land. Rolling Dragon Storm. We'll pitch land. Rolling Dragon Storm. Pitch land. Let's find a stock up. Here is another one of those and one more of those, and we are good. We got the combo. Jeez, I thought we were going to lose that one. Pitch a land. All right, good game. Pour myself a beverage here. All right. What do we got here? Cavern of Souls, Verge. We do have some draw. We have Counter, Omniscience, Beastie. I think we got to keep this. Just need to get some land. Bounce off. Grab a beast. They have a swamp. In turn, we do have counter available if we need to. We will counter that. We will do this just to try to find land. So we're one turn away from dropping the Omniscience at this point. Yeah, pay 2 life. I think we're just going to get that Omniscience down. They don't have a whole lot of cards usually in their decks that can get rid of enchantments. We'll station it. We unfortunately can't go off here. Get that out there too. So they like a creature sacrifice discard deck? Okay. Hopefully we can find some ramp and not have to deal with these cards too much. That's pretty good. Got the Regent. Maybe we just grab more land. I guess we could have grabbed the Maze and tapped down their stuff, but... Regent, and then we can bounce it. We can start getting damage, and if we do it this way, we can also slow them down. I'm going to decline that. Rather keep some extra cards in hand. Discard fodder. Okay, Demon Wall. And probably one of his other ones, yeah. He did flash it in. My turn, that's another good one. Ooh, Regent and a Dragonstorm. Alright, I guess we got this one locked up. Might take us a little bit, but we got it. Good game. All right, we'll get into another. What do we get? Sunset Strike Master. So I can give you guys a little rundown, a little history of me and Magic. I actually started playing the game around 4th edition, right before 4th edition came out. In my area, it was actually really hard to find cards that were in packs. There was really only singles around the area. And 4th edition was really the first time that we could purchase cards. We just couldn't get our hands on revised at the time. Fallen Empires was probably the other one that we could get. But obviously that wasn't a great set. Opponent goes first. We got 4 land here. Rolling Dragonstorm. Kona. Stock up. We'll keep it. Yeah, so started pretty early. I remember the very first deck I had. I actually bought a pre-built deck from somebody. It obviously they didn't have pre-built decks from Magic at the time, but it was a mono blue clone deck, which was actually pretty fun. So really got into Magic at that point in time. Going pretty deep. I actually bought a collection off of a friend I knew. That had a decent sized collection, which in the long run I ended up selling all my cards about, I don't know, 8 years later, and put the down payment on a house. Let's see here. We want to get Dragon Storm. They're going to be gaining some life. I think Dragon Storm's probably the play. And then we can stock up next turn. Discard a card. Yeah, we don't need all these tap land. Okay. Okay, we found our Omniscience. So next turn, we can go off on that. Stock up. Go to Regent. And we want another Kona? Well, we're going to pitch probably. We're going to pitch a land, so. Might be okay as protection. Because we don't have a count, or we don't have. Discard a card. Let's get rid of the tapped. We need rid of tap land. So the problem is they can kill it if they leave open instant speed removal. Okay, I think we're actually in good shape. Oh, got another Kona. All right, we'll drop this. We'll get the Kona down. We will station the Kona. Get the Omniscience down. We will consult the star charts. It's not bad because we can double. We can get rid of their threats, or we can figure out what we want to do here. See what we draw. We need another Regent. Nope. Discard a card. Maybe get rid of that one. Oh, I should have dropped a Kona instead. Let's cast this. We can bounce that. Wait, no. We want to kill. Just in case we don't go off, let's just kill their stuff. We're going to bounce this. And we're going to bounce that. And rolling comes back to my hand. So we get a couple more card draws off this because I'm going to be able to bounce the Regent too. Okay, what is he going to put them on? I want him to throw them on one of the others because then I'll just bounce those two. Yeah, so I sold my first collection off. So I was in and out of Magic pretty much since 4th edition. Okay, put them on there. Get this out. Draw a card. We can discard. We can cast that again. That out again. Draw some more cards. Okay, discard a card. We can bounce that. Cast this, get Dragon Storm again. Okay, we'll do damage to this one because we don't. Flying lifelink, I guess it doesn't really matter too much, does it? We can bounce. That one and that one back to his hand. Draw again. Ooh, another bounce off. I think we just searched for the Regent, though. We'll toss that. Still haven't found it. Okay, got that. Still haven't found the Regent. I don't think we need. Should have dropped a Kona. Oh well. And there, the Regent. There it is. Once you find the pieces, it actually goes pretty quick. That's GG's. Yeah, so I've been in and out of Magic about 3 times for paper Magic. Used to play Magic Online. Sold that out too. And then been playing Arena. Still have paper cards. Kind of got back into it. A couple times. In the, well, I say more recent, but we're actually talking probably at this point 10 years. 10 to 12 years. Actually, right around when my son was born. Son's 12 now, so definitely around there. That was like Return to Ravnica. I really kind of got back into Magic at that point in time. Opponent goes first. We got 3 land. Lots of draws. Omniscience. It's not bad. Would like a way to protect him, but okay, we're playing against tap land. We're gonna have counter spell into stock up. Okay, that's good. It gives us our tap. We can counter that. Just gives them another creature, and it gives all the counters, so that's a good one to... It can cause stuff to go out of hand pretty quickly. Well, we could stack up, or we could drop our tap land. I think the answer is stock up. It gives us one more delay in a turn. We did find Kona, and we did find a Regent. Okay, I think we're actually going to let this attack go for 1 turn. And stock up's really good there too. And we'll just do Consult the Star at the end of their turn. We're going to take a pretty big hit here, but we shouldn't be dead. 5, 6, 7. That's fine. Now I'm a little nervous they're leaving up removal. Okay, Omniscience. All right. We can do stock up. Oh, that was a terrible draw. I think we do... I can do that for the draw, but that really limits what we're doing. I could also just play that and then bounce 2 things, which is going to slow him down quite a bit. This is going to give something double strike, so this can get double strike, and then they could play... Yeah, I think we got to do that. It's unfortunate. This is like the slow way to go, but we do have the backup with the Lost in Mazes. So we're going to bounce. I guess I'm okay with that because that's going to go away. I don't want to give them that back. This can get bounced. This can get bounced. Guess just in case we can get that out. And get another Kona out as a blocker. We're going to keep those in hand so we can tap their team down. Okay. Well, that seems pretty... I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that one. You don't usually see Day of Judgment in this deck. Well, this gives us a couple turns here. Drop land. I'm going to hold off until they had 2 creatures. They don't have any creatures. Maybe we don't hold off. Oh, I missed the land drop. Okay, I think we'll start doing this next turn. Fortunately, counter doesn't do a whole lot. Bounce off. Alright, I guess we got some things we can do with that. I guess we need more card draw, but... Okay, don't really care about that. That actually helps us. We're going to do Lost in the Maze. Or 2 on pay. right, River Regent. We can do this and then bounce it. I think we just keep it in our hand since it's an instant. 2. Well, that's interesting. What are they going to go after? I'm tempted to just bounce the meringue when they try to cast Scavenger. Oh, that? Sure. Because then I can excel. Why did they not cast that first? Let's see what we draw. Let's bounce this back to my hand. Cast this. Gain a life. Play this. Deal the damage there. Yes, it'll pay the ward cost. I guess we'll make them replay that. We can bounce that back to our hand. I think we'll hold on to that then. We'll see what they do. Okay, so they can cast this, followed up by the Authority of the Councils. Okay, that was a weird play. Should have done that first if they're going to cast it. Alright. Can't counter that because they got 7 open mana. Another Kona. Well, we can do this. Followed by the Kona. Which then kills that. Means we can attack in here. They could sweep us. That might be what they're setting up. Sure. They did have 1 day of judgment. They definitely can have another. I'll be attacking in for 15. I'm just trying to increase the speed of this game because this is a slow one. I could have been a little more protective and not cast those creatures, but and just kind of pinged off one at a time on my health. So give a little more history. My favorite deck I ever played was Counterpost, which was, I guess it would either be Counterpost or Stassi's Kismet deck. So those are, you'd have to look these cards up. They're both kind of decks that lock you out of the game. I used to be a very control-y player back in the day. Now I turned in more of an aggro player, aggro to black mid-range or aggro red. I used to play a lot of mono red and modern. Although I will say I have a blue Tron modern deck that is a very grindy, control-y type deck. Don't get out and play paper much anymore. Just don't have the time, obviously, with other commitments, full-time job, obviously doing this now. Looks like we're just going to get roped on this one. It's called Taking Away All of Their Hope. Yeah, so if you guys could comment below how you like the unedited, straight cut videos. This is kind of a new type of video, so we're going to give her a whirl. I'm going to try making this one maybe an hour and a half in length. We'll see. Obviously, you know that already. All right, good game. Diamond tier 3 still. 2 more to get up. We're actually ranking pretty quick with this deck. It's got to have a pretty good win streak. What do we lose? Maybe 2 matches? Or was it just 1? I don't even remember. All right, playing again here. Playing against Voodoo Ranger. Love the name. 3 lands. We got a Regent. Counter. We have a draw. Let's keep this. Do have our tap land too. Just got to find our Kona and find our Omniscience. All right, they might be going off pretty fast here. We do have a counter if we need it. Okay, we're going to save this for the Hydra. Okay, we're going to have to probably go off pretty quickly here. Wanted to stay until turn 5, but we still have to find it, obviously, our combo. Ooh, Ethereal Armor. That is interesting. Now I'm tempted to just bounce that thing. Could have countered that, but I don't really want to counter. Well, actually, I couldn't have countered that. Well, I could have with the F4. We'll take 6. See what else they got going on here. Now we can counter and bounce off. Zenith. Well, first things first, let's try bouncing this. Okay, that worked. Now we can counter that. We will submit that. Okay, that only leaves us with them with a 2/2, so we're not going to take too much. Okay, they're going to cast that. Okay. Slowed them down enough that we can cast our Consult next turn. We will drop this. Oh, shoot. Did that wrong. We gotta do it untapped. Because we needed to cast the Consult. That was poor on us. We should be up 2 life. Okay. What else do they got? Okay, so that's 7 damage. Well, we gotta find something with this. Okay, we did get our Kona. Gotta Consult. So we are actually in pretty good shape. We just need to find a... Okay, good game. One more. Happy? All right, opponent goes first on this one. We got 3 land. Dragon Storms, Kona, stock up. We even have a way to tap it. Just need to find the Omniscience at this point. Be able to stock up on turn 3, Dragon Storm on turn 2. Ooh. What do we pitch? Dragon Storm? We'll pitch a Kona next time if we have the choice. Well, let's see what they get. Stock up might be the better choice. Okay, so they must have another counter then. Or discard. If they do, they should go after the stock up this turn. We'll do Kona. They can pick apart our hand pretty good. We'll do Beast here. Card draw really helps against them. This is just kind of a 1-for-1. I guess just in case to discard a Kona, we want to have that available. Okay, Slasher. Unfortunately, I think we got to let this Slasher hit us. If this last card is the Bloodletter, we're just dead. We can Consult to try to find a bounce, but I don't feel like casting Kona just to leave it untapped. Okay, Unholy Annex, we can take that. We can find with this an Omniscience and a Regent. We can be off to the races because we can bounce these. Ooh, don't want to do that. Let's go this way. Stock up. That's not good. Stock up land. I can tap down their creatures next turn. Does protect the Kona now for being tapped. And too bad we couldn't find that before. One more land in play. I have 3 cards in hand though, so that hurts. That is great for us. Okay, we drop our Kona. We station our Kona. Go to next turn. Drop an Omniscience. We then can drop a Regent. Bouncing 2 creatures. Dragonstorm. Discard a land. Stock up. We hit nothing. I guess we'll grab that. Can double counterspell. We're going to take 2 here. Can only block 1. He can, I guess. He's got us. Well, that one we can counter. Okay, we can block this. We won't take the 2 damage. We'll go down to 1 life. Well, I guess we kind of got there, right? Bounce that. We'll bounce that. Cast that. Can't believe we got there. Discard a land. Bounce that. We'll bounce that. Discard a land. Stock up. Regent. We got our 2 regents already. Let's just do that. Discard a land. Just trying to find our win con. There it is. Run through the script here. Back them. Bounce there. We'll bounce there. The funny thing is, I think people think it's they're angering the other person, letting them do their combo, but they actually love doing their combo. That's why they're playing the deck, so. Not a bad thing. Alright, good game. Get that. Up to tier 2. So this is a deck that you play if you don't mind how long your rounds take. You're not going to level as fast as if you do a super aggro deck. But your wins, you're going to be very more consistent with your wins with a deck like this than you are on the aggro decks. Let's see here. 2, we can get the rollings. Kona, we also have a exhale. We'll keep it. An interesting sleeve. I don't think I've seen that one before, actually. I should say earlier. There was a match earlier. I think somebody had it. But all right. Let's play tap land. We need to hit our land drop, so I think we're just going to go for the Dragon Storm right away. Oh, there's the sack deck. All right, looking for land. Okay, we got some land. Get rid of that. We tap land, Dragon Storm again next turn, looking for our Omniscience. I think I'll actually pitch a land here. We might just hold up double exhale. I found the Omniscience. We don't have any draw spells to go with it. I think I'm just going to hold up. Oh, there we go. I don't even need need to submit. We don't have a dragon to do it with, but that's besides the point. So we do have 2 dragon storms in play, so we can bounce. Okay, so he's going to pay that. We can counter it again. Where's he going to pay for it? Okay. It's gone. All right. I guess we kind of go for it because we have quite a bit of draw from the Dragon Storms. And they're tapped out. That in play. Be able to cast this. We'll bounce his Zealot. All right, good game. Just marching right along. I don't know if I can find my stats from when we started playing here, but all right, let's look at this. 3 lands. Dragonstorm is great. We got the Omniscience, awesome Regents. Let's keep it. All good to go. Let's get our breeding pool down tapped. All right, I'm showing a 78% win, 14-4, but that wasn't all today. All right, so they're fast here, so let's draw in to see if we can find that 4th land. Stock up. Do we get rid of that? Let's do that. Just in case you want that 2nd Kona. So we can stock up next turn. We'll be able to grab a land if we don't draw it. They're going to have quite a bit here. So they're going to have one really good turn here where they have 6. Oh, 1, 2. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, we might be dead next turn. This is unfortunate. If I stock up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm okay with an Ouroboros if they cast 2 of them. We're dead. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I guess they have to tap these. The big thing is their Beast. Their, what is it? Their 8 drop? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I kind of got to keep this open, though, don't I? But I need land. Well, I guess we hope we draw land and exhale. I guess we're worried about 1 card. Let's do stock up. I talked myself into it. Yeah, we would have been in trouble, I think. I just realized we don't have a tap land for our... Little punk. I think we're going to be in trouble no matter what. Because we can't tap. Okay, that's not the worst. Alright. Yeah, we're dead. We don't have a way to tap our Kona, unfortunately. This would have came in play tapped. GG's. All right, we go first. We do have 2 land. We got, fortunately, the one that we can actually tap the Kona to. A lot of draw. Let's keep it. This is going to be a nice start if we can draw into the cards we need to. Beast. Get that Dragon Storm down. Try to find some of that land. Okay, we found a land. Let's just get rid of one of those. We can stock up here next turn. I think I Badger won't cub again. Yeesh. Alright, we don't have a counter spell. We can hold up the Consult with the bounce. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, possibly 10 mana they have next turn. We need to find our Omniscience. I think we got to hold up the bounce because they can. This is just they can just win outright here. Double. Well, this ain't gonna kill us, so we might just keep the bounce for ourselves. Because we can even bounce the Dragon Storm if we need to. Alright. Because we're kind of setting ourselves up that we have to cast Kona, so we need to find our Omniscience. Take 10. It's Omniscience or bust here. Ooh. To be conservative, do we bounce this? Well, I guess this is going to be free, so it doesn't matter. Alright. Gonna pay 2 life. Gonna do this. See if we can go off here. Kona, get the Omniscience into play. Dragon Storm. I guess we don't need to drop that. Stock up. We want that. GG. All right, I guess that's probably a decent place to wrap up. Let's look at the deck here. So I didn't really count all the games from today. I'm looking at my untapped data. I'm showing 15-4 with a 79% win rate. So I'll use that for the video, but I'm not sure if all of those games were played during this round. You got to see a good majority of them, and you got to see just how good this deck is. So let's just take a peek again. Obviously, it's the combo that's the all-star here for those three, but Lost to the Maze, it works really well in this deck. You just need to be able to fit it in there right. You can cast it for free off of Kona, but if they have something open, you got to get this in play ahead of time, so it's always kind of nice. Using its tap down ability can buy you extra turns too. I always kind of thought this was in the deck for more of just to for that secondary tap ability to give your creatures hexproof. But holy cow, man, you can tap down their whole force and give yourself an extra turn, which is awesome. All in all, love this deck. I think I'm going to play this deck again and do another long form. Let me know how you guys like the long form video like this, where I don't do any editing. And if you could, hit the subscribe button below. Helps out trying to get to 2,000 subs. Really appreciate it. Have a fantastic day.